Barakati Hawa, Barakati Oshai, Barakati Hawa, Barakati Oshai, Barakati Hawa, Barakata Yahushai. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Mukakodas. That belongs to apostles and elders of great millstone. Peace and salutation to you, beloved Akim, that's pushing this word in sincerity and truth. With humiliation all across the four winds, to you I salute. This is the brothers of Iowa, and back to you with another lesson. To the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, even the animals is tired of Esau. Even the animals is tired of Esau. All right, the animals is tired of this devil. Okay, everybody is tired of these devil. All right, his wicked ass rulership. All right, he's a plague to the planet Earth. All right. Okay, I get this article, actually two articles. All right, this one says fishermen describe sharks biting their anchor rope shortly after orcas closed in on their boat during a high tension marine encounter. All right, you know, and they some serious marine animals. Sharks and orcas. They don't fuck around. All right, but they always, the orcas sometimes, most of the time it's be attacking the shark, but basically they's coming together. They tired of fucking Esau. The first thing the crew heard was the breathing short, forceful blast at the surface, just off the stern. The kind of sound that makes you look up. Even if you're being on the water all your life, orcas, four of them, sliding in behind the small fishing boat off the Pacific Northwest. Their black and white bodies ghosting through the gray swell like something rehearsed. The men killed the engine and drifted, opened up whales with lose interest. Instead, the orcas drew closer, circling the hull with airy patience. All right, okay. That's when the anchor rope snapped tight, then shuddered. One of the crew leaned over and saw the flash of another body below. A shark, jaws clamped on the line, sawing it like a dog with a bone. Two apex predators on one aging fishing boat, and the crew suddenly feeling very, very small. When the sea turns into a power struggle, a fisherman who tells the story don't bother to dress it up. They were out for halibut, a routine date, until the orca showed up and turned calm water into something felt like a contested border. The whales weren't attacking the boat, but they weren't leaving either. The crew watched the dorsal fins cut the surface perfectly aligned while their anchor line began to twitch and hum under the tension. They weren't just stuck, they felt pinned. It's that odd moment when you realize you're basically parked in the middle of a standoff between giants, and the only real plan is don't make it worse. Story like this surfacing from Alaska to New Zealand. Longliners and Southern Ocean talk about orcas shadowing them for miles, plucking fish neatly off the hooks. Sh- Charter skippers off California describe days when whales follow them like taxis waiting for the next free meals. All right. It says, then there are the sharks. Several crews now said that just after the orcas appear, sharks begin dartling under the hull, gnawing at the anchor ropes or metal fittings. One New Zealand skipper filmed a blue shark chewing his line while a pod of orcas circled 30 meters away. Another Alaska fisherman described his rope vibrating like a guitar string before the anchor suddenly vanished into the dark. Those aren't the sorts of details you forgot. Marine biologists are cautious, but they're listening. Orcas are known for their problem-solving brains and for teaching each other clever tricks. Sharks are opportunities, reading chemical cues and movements in the water with brutal efficiency. Put those two instincts together in a small patch of ocean, and you get something that feels like coordinated chaos. All right, that's the most pretty much, you know. putting the spirit on these animals. Because, you know, even the animals are tired. And they're marine animals. They tired. They apex predators. They tired. They tired of Esau. All right? Esau is a plague to the planet Earth. All right? They tired of Esau. All right? Because he's against life. He's against everything. This is another one. North Atlantic alert. Orcas are now targeting commercial ships in what experts describe as increasingly coordinated attacks. All right? Okay? They tired of Esau. All right? And they fighting back. Okay? They fighting back. I saw this one video of these Edomites in our country. You know, they was basically going on a fishing trip. And, you know, they went out there in the deep, or the deep blue sea. And, you know, as they was moving about in their boat, man, when the shark, like that shark that sends Esau in the area, the shark start biting. Biting. I think one of them tried to bite the engine, or I can't remember exactly. But, you know, start talking about, you know, these animals, they tired, right? Everyone is tired under this devil's rulership. You know? Everyone is tired. Everything is fucking polluted. The food is polluted. You know? GMOs. Alright? You know? Everything tainted. You know? The food then basically 3D printed. You know, sometimes a lot of these food laced with pork. You come under a different name. Everything is polluted in this wicked ass society. The water's polluted. You know? Everything is polluted in this wicked ass society. Alright? Our bread is defiled. Okay? Okay? Alright? Everything is defiled. And also, with this devil don't respect the land's Sabbath. He don't give the earth time to rest. Alright, that's why in when you read Genesis, the 4th chapter, the earth ain't rocking with this nigga. Alright? Okay, so everything is messed up under this devil rulership. Okay? Let me get some precepts, right? This is Romans. No. Let me get and then I get the Romans. This is Revelation 11 and 18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged. And thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, unto the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth." All right, Esau, Edom. All right, he's destroying this earth. All right, and everyone is tired. Even the animals, plants, the trees suffering. Everything's suffering on this. All right, because he's against life. He's against everything. All right, this is Romans 8 and 22. It says, "For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now." The animals, all right, and they're tired. As you see in that article, them apex predators, they usually be attacking one. You know, the whale attacking, the orcas attacking the shark, but you see they working together. That's the Lord putting the spirit on them. All right, this devil rulership sewn up. All right, his rulership sewn up. It's Job 12 and 7. "But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee." All right, this devil rulership sewn up. Okay, all right, this devil rulership is sewn up, and they tired. The animals tired. They want this damn devil over the power, because he's against everything. Okay, all right, all right. Even the trees is gonna be glad when this devil get put out of power, because they ain't gotta worry about nobody chopping them down no more. All right, even the trees. All right, Watch this, right? This is Isaiah 14:6. He who smote the people in a rod with a continuous stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and unhindered. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. That's when this devil get put out of power, because the earth ain't at rest right now. The earth is in chaos and turmoil. All right. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. All right. Okay. Solomon's kingdom is a prelude to our kingdom. All right. 40 years of peace our people had. But pretty much in this wicked ass kingdom, ain't no peace in this. All right. The whole earth is at rest. This is when this devil get taken to power. All right. All right. And righteousness is established in the earth. That's when peace is going to come. All right. When this devil get put out of power. When this dominion get taken. They break forth into singing. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. Even the trees is going to be, rejoicing. All right. Okay. Okay. So, hey, this whole world is out of course. All right. This whole world is out of course. All right. There's a scripture. Let me get that one. Just jump in my spirit. Just now. Let me get the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Okay. I think it's in Jeremiah, Salakia. No, Isaiah. Isaiah 24:5. It says, some side before, the earth mourned and faded away. The world languished and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. The earth is defiled under the inhabitants. Because who's ruling the earth is given in the hand of the wicked. All right. Everybody is mourning. The whole creation is suffering in pain. All right. It says, because they have transgressed the law, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. All right. He changed time and laws. Everything is off course. Everything is out of course. All right. Everything is out of course because who's ruling? Esau. All right. He's ruling. All right. That's why Yahushua got to come back and restore or order, because this devil, or he gonna try to destroy himself. All right. But yeah, man. Even animals is tired. The animals is tired. I sure. Let me read this in the NLT before I go. All right. Romans the 8th chapter verse 22. Salakia. Romans the 8th chapter verse 22. Then I'm gonna get out here. Romans 8:22. It says, and we believers also groan, even though, hold on. Salakia. It says, for we know that all creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth right up to this present time. All creation. All right? Because everybody is suffering on this devil rulership. And he got to get put out of power. Okay? He got to get put out of power. Okay? But I just want to bring out your spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashai. Yeah, man. Shalom.